Have you ever thought about taking one of your video ideas and making it a completely different video idea? Hello everybody, welcome to a different kind of video because we're in anime where I'm going to be doing videos specifically talking about anime. Something I don't typically do, and actually I would argue I have a pretty difficult time doing, but I really enjoyed making that Studio Ghibli tier list video, so if you haven't checked that out, go check it out now. But I do actually watch a decent amount of anime, more anime films than shows, but I did recently get Crunchyroll, so I'm going to be doing this for anime, and that is going to be a first episode impression, the FEI instead of the FVI. So I hope you enjoy. If you've already seen the title of this video, you kind of already know what the anime is going to be, but in case you didn't read it and you just clicked on it because you saw that it was a video from me, well, let's get started. Let's go. Okay, so this anime has brought to us very recently, actually, as of April 2nd, 2023, was its official release date, produced by Madhouse, released on Crunchyroll for the good old people in the United States and probably every other country, or every other country that has Crunchyroll, I guess. And that is going to be My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. It is a very long name, but it's well, there's a lot to it. So, first off, I'm going to be talking about the director. So, our director is going to be Morio Asaka, who is the same director as Cardcaptor Sakura, the original. And I just think that was kind of interesting. I don't know if anybody else knew that, and I'm not sure I see the comparisons in terms of like animation style or stuff like that. But it's just a random fact. It's kind of cool. But yeah, let's get into it. I have more of a script for this one because I think it's harder to describe something that I have never read and only watched. So yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot more like videos that are gonna be playing throughout this entire review. So just be prepared for that, as yeah, and bear with me because I'm not very good at doing anime reviews. But let's talk about this first episode with the characters first. So we have ourselves Akane Kinoshita. So she's the female lead. She's down bad for her ex, and I mean like really down bad. But overall, I don't know, she's a caring person who really appreciates kindness from others. She's like depicted as petty, aiming to piss off her ex. It happens throughout most of the episodes, so it's not really a spoiler or anything. But I think her bitterness gets the better of her, and I don't think she's like necessarily like a bad character. She's just going through a lot, especially emotionally. It just was very surprising for what happens. I'll go more into it when we get to the story, but it's just something to keep in mind. But you know, they left enough for her to grow as she experiences like the breakup, and as we proceed to the new love, as the name suggests. The title kind of gives it away, but overall, I don't know, I think Akane is pretty cool. She's very kind at heart, and is just really going through a lot. Her feelings and emotions get the better of her and really kind of screw her up for a good minute, or a good, I guess, few minutes. But overall, I don't know, I like her character, and I can't wait to see where she goes proceeding into the next episodes. After that, we have ourselves Akito Yamada, which is he is the eponymous character, or the titular character. He's really quiet, actually, really blunt person, pretty straightforward, doesn't really say a lot for the most part, but he is really caring of people, and just overall just a very kind person. Very much akin to Akane. Akane, though, is a lot more outgoing, very outspoken, extroverted, and yeah, Akito Yamada is definitely more to himself, keeps quiet, but is very cool, calm, collected kind of person. I don't know, I like his character a lot, and I think it's really interesting to see how like observant he is. He really keeps track of things that happen throughout the episode, come back later within like the same episode. So yeah, he's just he's a really cool character, and yeah, I like the dynamic of the two main characters. I think they're just really cool. Kane and Akito are both they're like really good together. So hopefully that relationship builds more as we continue on with the anime. But going into the story, I honestly, it's pretty straightforward. But to give you an idea, basically the story starts with Akane breaking up with her boyfriend, or her boyfriend breaking up with her, because basically he's like, oh yeah, I found this girl in this like game that we play together, and I like her more than you, basically. So he breaks up with her, and she's, you know, having a hard time with it. It looks like she's like in college, which is really cool. So like I find that to be something that's good to see. It's like a rom-com that's based in college and not in high school. We do get a lot of high school stuff. It's not a bad thing, but it is nice to see characters who are more closer to the like my age. I'm in my mid-20s, so I don't know. Take that as you will. I just appreciate when series tend to have characters that are around my age, because it's like, oh, okay, they kind of I can kind of sympathize more with them than I can with high school people. But yeah, so she breaks up with him and then goes back onto the game that that he introduced to her, funny enough. So she just starts farming like crazy and meets this dude who's got an afro in the game. And he's like, oh, are you trying to get this thing? And she's like, no, this is dumb, whatever. And he's like, all right. So then he dips. Eventually she ends up meeting him, funny enough, and comes to find out that he's actually like a super popular person within the community in that game. So yeah, it just goes from there. So overall, it's a pretty cool story. It's a pretty like straightforward story. I don't mind it. I don't think it's bad. I think it's there's enough information there that it keeps you interested. And yeah, I think it's definitely helped that the characters are very well written. So overall, story's pretty good. I would definitely continue. I'm gonna definitely continue watching it, honestly, because I think that first part was pretty cool. Okay, let's talk about the art. So yeah, the art's pretty good. I don't think it's, the greatest thing ever. It's not going to be any kind of like Demon Slayer special effects or like One Punch Man Season 1 kind of stuff, or even like my Mob Psycho stuff. It's what you would expect from a slice of life rom-com. But honestly, like, there are still some really nice moments, especially with like the subtle animations. If you watched it, there are definitely some parts that have some really nice subtle animations. Specifically with the human characters, video game stuff is whatever. Like, it's there to be more of like a joke than it is about like the real story. But there's definitely some really tender moments, especially with the art, and I really appreciate like the amount of time they put into that kind of stuff, because I don't know, like, you can really just get away with doing nothing in a slice of life series where like it doesn't have to have like any kind of like good animation where characters can just sit there and just like blah 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 blah. But I don't know, there's like it has like a nice set of camera angles, say camera changes. We get a good mix of scene changes as well, where we get to be at a restaurant, at like this festival, like a variety of places, so that's always cool to see, especially in the first episode. I think it really helps to set the tone of the story, and helps to set this tone of like the entire show. So yeah, it's good to see like that nice mix, and honestly I appreciate the art. The backgrounds are pretty nice. Character designs are really fun, or I don't know if really fun is the right word for that, but they are like really well developed, I would say. Like, they're not very they're not like super intense, super insane ridiculousness, but they do feel like they makes sense within the world, because it's a very realistic world. So yeah, overall art's pretty good. I do appreciate it. And then I get to talk about something I don't normally get to talk about because I usually am reviewing manga, but in terms of the music is actually really, really good. The opening and the ending songs are both fantastic. I really, really enjoy them. I don't remember what they're called. Probably should have written them down somewhere. But even just like the ambient music that's playing in the background during the festival, in the video game, and just across the board, I don't know. I think the soundtrack is actually really good. It's probably my favorite part of the entire show, which is funny to say for a TV show, but whatever. Anyways, overall, Yamada-kun is what I'm going to call it, because I'm not going to say that whole title over again. It's too long. But overall, this show is pretty fun. It's very enjoyable. If you like a good, fluffy rom-com that's based in college stuff and based around video games, I would say give it a shot. It's honestly, it's very fun. I really enjoy it, but also I'm biased somewhat because I do like rom-coms. But even if you don't like rom-coms, give it a shot. See how you feel about it. I'd love to see what you think about it, because I enjoyed it quite a bit, so I'm kind of curious as to how other people are feeling about it. So yeah, you know what to do. You can leave your comments down below. Let me know how you feel about this first episode. And I'm probably not going to continue this as like a main series, but if I do anime once again, I'll probably do something like this again. But it was a really fun time doing this video. It's definitely different because I wasn't using my hands as I usually do. I don't have a book in front of me, of course, so there's probably going to be, like I said, there's probably going to be a lot of video stuff that's playing. So bear with me. It's obviously not going to be a common trend, but if you did enjoy it, please let me know, because yeah, definitely not used to doing this kind of stuff. But overall, yeah. That's going to be it. So you know what to do. You can like, you can comment, and you can subscribe. Those are all really cool things you can do, and I really appreciate it when you do those things. Please do it. See, look at Mr. Reptile Man's going to do it. He's going to ask you to do it right now. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, do it. Do it now. Anyways, if you decide not to do that, I appreciate you for just watching this video, for giving it a shot. It's definitely not something. It's definitely something out of my wheelhouse, so I appreciate any kind of support I get for this video. Yeah, that's gonna be it, and I will see you in the next FVI or the next FEI. See you later.